Oh crap, I really have to go. Oh crap, I forgot my phone. You guys, I have a confession to make. I have recently succumbed to the wrath of quick dopamine, and I am, needless to say, addicted. Okay, so what did I do? It was January 10th, 2023, and I know, super specific, but I only remember the date because I had jotted down notes on my phone that same day. But on that evening, I was feeling boredom creep in, and I really feel bored. And it's not something to brag about, because the reason why I barely feel it is because largely in part due to hustle culture, but I'll get into that later on. So I rarely let myself have enough downtime to feel bored in the first place. And I had become aware of the endless amount of coping mechanisms, aka distractions, that I've employed to avoid feeling that dulling sensation, boredom, in the first place. So in being aware of that, I thought, okay, instead of adding to my screen time, how about we just feel bored, allow ourselves to feel the feeling, and let's go on a walk. So that's what I did. And within, I would say, 15 minutes of my walk, this thought came across my mind, and it was, boredom is what you feel when you're not distracted. And it was from that thought that cascaded a train of realizations, in which I will share with you 4 main realizations. I think they're all interconnected in a way, but I'll start with the first realization. My immediate afterthought was, holy shit, getting used to feeling bored, that's how I'm gonna level up in life. In tying boredom with undistracted living, I started thinking about the distractions that are prevalent in today's society. So some of the more obvious ones are endless scrolling on your phone, those hilarious memes that your friends keep sending you, or is it memes? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Funny cat videos, TV shows, games. And some of the ones that are not as obvious are overworking yourself, overcleaning, and dating. Okay, let's talk about that. So if your goal is just to meet a bunch of different people and you're just trying to figure out what it is that you like or don't like, there's no issue with that because that's your intention. But if you have a clear intention to meet your future hubby, your future wifey, and you know exactly what you want, but you continue dating people that don't quite fit that mold, then I'm sorry, but that's a distraction. And okay, what else? Saying yes to plans that you aren't 100% down for just because it's better than sitting with your boredom. All of these are distracting yourself from the goals that you want, what you truly want to achieve. And I'm gonna ask you a few questions as I had asked myself. If you're new to this channel, my channel is all about self-discovery, so I love asking you guys questions so that you can figure out your own answers and get to know yourself a lot better. Okay, so first question, what are the biggest distractions in your life? And it could be things that I didn't mention earlier too. It could be perhaps alcohol or substance abuse. Be really honest with yourself. And okay, next question. I hope it gets you as excited as it did for me. So what kind of impact would it have in your life if you were to cut out these distractions? I'm a numbers girl, so think about how much faster you'd achieve your goals if you were to cut out these distractions. And if it's on your phone, if you've got an iPhone, you'll get a weekly report on how much time you're spending for screen time and also how much time you're allocating for certain apps as well. So utilize that. How much time would you save in cutting out these distractions? And it's not even just about achieving your goals. It's also how many more days will you have where you're completely present in the moment, undistracted, because all you have really is each present moment. And okay, but hold on. This next realization, it's gonna hit you harder. It's funny how on this boring walk, I was having realization after realization, and shortly after, it wasn't so boring anymore. I felt inspired because this second realization, it really hit me. So numbing yourself with distractions, that is taking you farther away from yourself. Look at it this way, and I'll give you guys a visual. So let's say your goal is here, and your goal is to start up your own business. And there's all these different distractions. Some distractions could just slow you down from achieving your goal faster, such as, spending a whole bunch of time on your phone when you could be working on your business plan. But some other distractions, they can lead you towards a completely different path, such as, okay, maybe I will pursue something safer in the meantime, where I will choose a different career path, and then later on I'll pursue opening my own business. And let's say you're going down that path of a career path, but you really want to start that business, and 5 years in, you're climbing up that corporate ladder, promotion after promotion, and you feel like you're so far away from that goal of creating your own business now that you can't even start it. So these distractions, it can really vary depending on the distance that it'll create from what you truly want. But in the end, that's what it's doing. It's creating distance from what your true desires are. And if you don't know what you truly desire, this is a sign for you to figure it out, get clarity on what it is that you want. And for me, a lot of how I figured out what I want is doing the things that I didn't want. Well, at first I didn't know that I didn't like these things or I didn't want these things. It was after I tried new experiences, ventured into the unknown, and had my fair share of experiences that I figured out, okay, I don't want to repeat that situation again. And then I aimed myself towards the opposite of that. And then when I got to the opposite, I thought, okay, maybe I steered too much to the opposite. Let's try to find recalibrate and find a more perfect medium or goal to achieve. And that's just how I figured out what I wanted to do. And I was thinking about what are the things that are most significant, what is going to bring the most significant change in my life. So if you feel like you're lost in life, please take it as a sign to get clarity on what you truly want, not what someone else wants of you, not what society expects of you. And once you have clarity on that, do the things that will align towards your goals, and you're going to feel just so much closer to yourself. Being bored doesn't have to be a problem. I mean, it could be. That would lead me into realization number 4 on how to cure boredom. But first things first, have you ever randomly screamed out, "I'm bored," or texted a friend like, "Hey, what's up? What you up to?" just because you were, well, bored? I've definitely done both in the past, numerous times. And I wonder, why is it that we see boredom as such a problem that needs to be solved? Like, entertain me, make me laugh. So I'm gonna ask you guys that question. Do you see boredom as an issue? And if so, why is it that you see boredom as an issue? For myself, it was largely due to hustle culture and just having that instilled with me in the past, that I always had to work towards achieving something, and I couldn't be happy until I achieved that next thing. I had to keep working hard, and I couldn't just enjoy the present moment and be happy in that moment. And I was always working towards the next raise, the next promotion, or the next big goal, like moving into my own place or going on this vacation. I had to work towards something. And it wasn't until this past year that I started to accept that I could still work towards my goals and be happy in the process. So that was life-changing for me, because back then I wouldn't even allow myself to do the things that I enjoyed as a kid if it wasn't making me more productive or more attractive. Just real talk, everything that I did before was related to making me more money or making me more attractive. So I would go to the gym maybe way too often, and I wouldn't allow enough time for self-care. I didn't allow myself to pursue hobbies like painting, and I've always loved writing. Before I made videos, writing was how I expressed myself, and I picked it up couple years back, but for a very long time, I did not pick up pen to paper after I graduated from uni. So yeah, that's why I saw boredom as an issue in the past. And if you see boredom as an issue, why? Okay, so while you think about that, here's something interesting. We can change how we see boredom, or anything else for that matter. We can see anything in a completely different light. But our emotions, they're trying to tell us something. For example, when you get that gut feeling of when something just is so right or so not right for you, it just resonates with you and you feel it so completely, you just know. And this comes with getting more in tune with your emotions, but in tying that, what is it that the feeling of boredom, what is it trying to tell you? The way that I see boredom as an indicator of when I'm stagnant in life, when I am not challenging myself. And I also see boredom as a stepping stone to other emotions. For example, when I was going on the walk, I told you, I was so bored, but I decided I didn't want to distract myself, so I went on that walk. And from that walk, within 15 minutes, I felt inspired, because your mind, when you don't allow it to be distracted, you just let yourself sit with that feeling, it's gonna try to think of creative ways to solve that problem. And in my mind, I saw boredom as an issue. So my mind was like, okay, I'm gonna entertain you. So I'm gonna have this passing thought of, boredom is what you feel when you're not distracted. And from that, I had this cascade of realizations, and hence I'm making this video for you. And my last realization, this was a fun one. So boredom can show where we can introduce fun into our lives. And how can we make things fun? We can turn it into a game. So if you feel bored, turn life into a game. I played a lot of games growing up. Neopets was my first love, and I was really big into RuneScape, MapleStory, League of Legends. I played all of that. But think of it this way. So when you are pursuing a big goal or purpose, and you can have multiple purposes in your life, you don't have to have just one, but think of those as your quests. And if you're not doing a quest, sometimes you're doing side quests, and that could be you trying to figure out what you like, experimenting with new things until you figure out what it is that you like, and then you focus on that as your quest. And you don't always have to be doing quests or side quests. You can enjoy being comfortable. You can reap the seeds of your rewards after working hard for so long. You can just be chilling with your guild members in the headquarters, and just know that when you do start feeling boredom creep in, that could be a sign that it might be time for you to level up. Now, to sum it all up, my main takeaway is for you to figure out what it is that you're distracting or avoiding yourself from feeling or doing. And once you figure that out, allow your mind to solve it. Your mind, it's naturally creative. If you allow yourself to focus on it, it will find a way. And once you figure that out, it'll just bring you so much closer to yourself. And with that, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Share this video with the friends that have texted you, I'm bored, or like, hey, what's up, but had no intention of actually like hanging out with you or carrying on the conversation and was just bored in that very moment. Send this video to them and yeah, see what happens. But yeah, until next time, peace.